This is just going to be a bit of audio to overlay over the video, because I didn't really show the making of this beer kit, because for me it's pretty simple in terms of most of the toucan kits from the Woodforde's range are literally just kind of opening 2 cans of the malt extract, adding to the fermenter, topping up with some warm water to dissolve all the malt extract, and then topping up to the required level with cold water. And if you get any included hops, they get added in after sort of like 3 to 4 days. And then once you've added it all to the fermenter, you're just sprinkling it on the yeasts, and then leaving for the required amount. I often leave mine for a good 3 weeks to make sure they're fully fermented out. And that is really all there is to it. I did do this during lockdown with the help of my 5-year-old, which was fantastic. We even sent it into her teachers, who thought it was fantastic that she was learning brewing and science all in one lesson for her homeschooling. So it was a joint effort with me and my daughter, but yeah, very simple. So I didn't really film that part of it, unfortunately, so you won't see that in this video. So it's finally time to review the Nelson, or Nelson's Revenge as it was called. It seems to have been rebranded. The website on Woodforde's thing still states Revenge, but the main header sort of says Nelson, so I'm not really sure why the name changed. Maybe it sounds a bit too, I don't know, aggressive, defensive, I don't know. Who knows? That's not good. I'll just drop that. But I've got this in a big kind of 1 litre plastic bottle as usual. I will admit this is probably the very last bottle in existence. It's been drunk fairly quickly just because it's been so sessionable. It's actually, it looks darker and cloudier. The lighting's a bit funny here today, and I think it gets a little bit of chill haze, but when it's at a warmer temperature, I normally have it kind of room temperature, but I've chucked this one in the fridge for a little bit. It seems to develop a bit of chill haze, but it cleared down really, really well. It has a fantastic head on it when it's been put in a nice clean glass, which is seldom a thing. But the beer is exceptional. Very, very malty, but there's a nice kind of citrusy undertone on the end, which just makes it so refreshing. I just can't describe how good it is. I mean, I do quite like a Woodforde's Wherry. I don't think this is the first time I've ever done the Nelson or Nelson's Revenge, but it is titled Nelson now, so it should just be called Nelson. It's fantastic. It really is. This is kind of, for me, it's like, it'd be a good winter beer, but also a perfect summer beer. It's kind of got that cross where it's not too it's not too bitter, it's not too hoppy. It's just kind of a good all-round session beer. It's just come out so well. It's just so drinkable. I mean, it's in 1 litre bottles, but there's been a few nights where I've just opened a couple of them. It's just too good. I don't know what to say. And it's came out really well, and I don't get any kit taste. Whether that's because of kits have advanced. I've been doing the kits a fair few years now, but they just seem to keep getting better. I don't know if processes have changed, but it just tastes really, really good. I'd love to actually get a bottle of this, an actual commercial bottle, or try it on a hand pour. I was fortunate enough years back to actually try the Woodforde's Wherry. We were down in Norfolk and we had the Wherry on pump, and it was fantastic. Weirdly, I think I preferred the homebrewed version. I don't know whether that's just because I brewed it, but it was not too dissimilar, and I think even from this one, it's brewed to the exact same recipe. It's obviously just the condensed malt. It really is good. I have to admit, I think this is if you haven't done a Nelson and you've only done a Wherry, this is probably a good one to go for, I would say. I think I might even have to pick up another one just to brew it for the summer, because it just tastes really refreshing. And what with the current climate and the pubs, you know, if you've got 40 pints of this at home, you won't do no wrong. this really is exceptional, I have to say. It's one of my, probably one of my top beer kits that I've brewed for a long time. In terms of just kind of very unfussy, you don't need a lot of equipment, really easy to brew. I mean, probably the simplest way to brew, and the quality you're getting is fantastic. I think it's a great kind of, I think as the Wherry is the entry beer that most people go for, the Nelson should be the kind of the next one up. I think your Wherry is much more subdued in terms of hot bite or anything like that. It's more neutral. This has definitely got a lot more going on. Not too much. I mean, a lot of the hop heads out there, if you're you're going to go in thinking there's just enough on the back end of your tongue to think, yeah, there's something tasty. There's some nice little bit of citrus. Honestly, that is an exceptional beer. It really is. I'm almost gutted. It's always the thing of, you've got to your last bottle, it's at its best, and this couldn't be said more. That's why I've left it that long to have the last bottle to savour it. But a fantastic drop. So Nelson, I would give that a 10 out of 10 if I'm honest for a beer kit. I think that's fantastic.